Ah, the last of summer sounds. Won't be long before those are gone, those sounds. This is a very important video. Look, I've been talking about the Bonham engine. I got to get these on because eventually I'm put them on anyway because if I tap the drums. And of course I'll talk a little louder because I got these on. The Bonham engine, I have to rename it or at least talk about in other videos, but not use Bonham engine. I got my new gig. Check this out. It's gum. I chew gum. I do. Helps with my chronic halitosis. Is I realized ultimately it came today like it was eureka-y. Why the Bonham engine is so effective, not just physically as far as your drumming, I think mentally, like in a huge, very important, like it might be significantly. Sorry, that's where it should be. Significantly important because of the hemisphere lubrication. Remember how I said that? Okay, so the Bonham engine, bear with me here. Just bear with me. Okay, my right hand hits at the same time as my left foot. And my left hand hits at the same time as my right foot. When we're alternating, like, observe. Now the reason why, I think fundamentally, like in a total, like I talked about self-actualization. Look up Maslow's theories of self-actualization. There might be a thing that after decades in like a monastery of thinking, something you might finally get through something in your head, maybe by physically operating in a certain way when you get into like they say meditating, while you're physically doing a repetitive thing over and over again, works. And you see that in practice sometimes. Like you're like, oh man, this problem's giving me I'm going to go for a walk. And you go for a walk and you come back in and suddenly you're kind of not thinking about it. You're like, oh, that's what I want to do. Well, they call that the breakout principle. Somebody wrote a book on it. I don't know who ultimately came up with it or whatever. We see it all the time. Like you're looking for your keys, can't find them. Something happens, I don't know, the garage explodes or something. You run out there and then you're like, oh, wait, I know where my keys are. Seriously, it's like you short circuit the brain. It's like it's sort of stuck like... And you like kick the TV or you smack the microwave if it's making a noise or Fonzie hits the frickin' jukebox. It's true. So, check this out. I realized today, I was upstairs and I'm like, God, people aren't really watching my Bonham engine, the self-actualization video. I think people think it's like a bunch of gobbledygook, but it's not. I've said before in other videos that I think drum manufacturers, that you can consider getting a drum set and playing it like as if you're going on a pre-core or some machine for a half hour. Here's the thing. Drumming has been in human being, Australopithecus, Boci, whatever happened to Gigantus and, what was there, Afarensis and Africanus? I don't think they classify that stuff like that so much anymore. But for a long time, banging on drums, right? And in the old days, you did a lot of walking and running. So what happens is, I think when your brain, remember my right hemisphere, which is to your left, controls this, and certain parts of your brain too. Maybe like sense of humor, or creative side, or whatever. And your left side controls your left side of your brain controls this side. It's the hemispheres. Wasn't Livilla Strangiato on hemispheres? Anyway, but now listen. Now here's the rub. I'm dead serious. So when you go for a walk, you go on a pre-core, you're not just burning calories and stuff. Well, like, yeah, I guess but you're doing it in sort of like your heartbeat way. Seriously. And also too, I thought of this today. I was upstairs walking and I was like, and I realized, remember the Patterson film? 1967. George Patterson, I think was his name. Maybe not George, because I'm thinking of George Patton. But anyway, went out on horseback with a buddy with the 16 millimeter frickin' film camera. I'm like, oh, wait, there's a Bigfoot. It's real. Anyway. God, I really would have thought we'd have a lot more pictures and videos of actual scary-looking Bigfoots by now with everybody with a high-powered camera in their pocket. No, but check this out. When you're walking, if you swing your arms, not everybody, I guess, does. But when you're walking efficiently in a zone like, ooh, or for a run, or whatever you're doing, like that back to back. If you're doing it on drums, which is old fashioned, you've been doing it a long time. Plus, it's musical, and it's just cool as hell anyway. It's better, beats the shite out of being on an elliptical, or like God, I sure love doing this. Can't wait till I have my kale sandwich. Put a couple Big Macs in the fridge, man. Let them get a little hard. The next day or hours later, eat one. It's delicious. It's really good. So what I'm getting at with this, though, is for not just physical health or getting your skill better on the drums or your facility, like specific drum set getting better at related stuff, but also as a general exercise mechanism. But that's somebody, I think, who has maybe some actual scientific knowledge of like what works with like self-actualization and things that are really good for you, and meditate, like thinking positive thoughts. Like there's mental exercises. Like, since everybody exercises physically all the time, right? When you look at kids in school, what they're doing math exercises and English exercises. Why don't some of us do mental exercises? Some of us do. They might not realize they do. They might really like chess or checkers, and some people love crossword puzzles. What that does is it keeps your... I'm really afraid I'm going to break one of these microphones. I really get... There's one back here, too. Hi there. But it's a mental exercise. Why shouldn't you do mental exercises? Think of all the problems now with, like, Alzheimer's and dementia and stuff. I mean, so my point is, if you're going to... What I think it does, because it's holistic, meaning you're totally exercising and really doing a great thing for your brain and, relax and but it crosses right into your physical machinery. Remember I said triangulating the triplets in Led Zeppelin? Well, in any dum, with your, typically it's often played. Even the old days, Elvin Jones or all kinds of drummers used to do like a... And, all kinds of drummers, with the triplet, and because gosh darn it, get off my finger. Bonham led with his left hand, which is just the way it works with the right hand. I'm playing with the tom-tom over here. And the left foot on the high here. It just happens to get ready for a volume spike again. Like... While triangulating, one leg, two arms, what we're doing here is quadrangulating, as I said yesterday in another video. We're getting the right leg in, left leg in, right arm in, left arm in. What's happening is we're moving all limbs at the same time, which is like a good cardiovascular, right? Also good, it's gonna, if you do it for a long time, your limbs are gonna figure out fast, efficient sort of ways to do stuff better, but you're also getting great cardiovascular, you're getting better on the drums, but also too, I think it's like as good as meditating. In fact, there might be studies like Jim Carrey. I forgot to put this part in yesterday's video. When he was in When Nature Calls, he's up there and he's trying to get like self-actualization or the what did he be at one with yourself. Maybe just an exercise like this might be a shortcut. Like, wait a minute, not to diss Buddhism or anything. Maybe not. I mean, that's a gift. But this might be a hell of a lot more rewarding to the human body and mind and spirit than you think it is. In one big do-it-all picture, like... You know what I mean? So, drum and cymbal companies, I'm not kidding. You guys should go down this route and get ready as if it was going to be maybe a 3-year Christmas. Like, there's going to be a lot of, like, Tom Imperial Star kits sold, or Yamaha Sage Custom, or Ludwig Evolutions, or New Sonics and stuff. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that are really into health. It's totally different just in the past few years. It's like nobody smokes cigarettes anymore, man. And you get fads. Somebody might be like, this is Goofy Monster on YouTube. Well, drum set with simple stuff. It's just $600 or $700. If you decide not to use it, you'll sell it for $300 or $400. All right. So I lost $300 on something I used for 2 years. That's like a gym membership. But the thing, you might not stop doing. You might end up liking it. Something you have for the rest of your life. And you're like, what? You know what I mean? Remember, drum companies and cymbal manufacturers. Keating, P.O. Box 219, Lyons, Illinois 60534. So then to demonstrate, watch. So here I am. Adjust your volume toggle. Here we go. Remember, I'm going alternating here and also alternating with my legs. But it's not totally right all the way to left. It's not both right, the whole right side with the whole left side. We're crossing, okay? Remember, the right is being activated with the left leg. down cross, and the left arm and the right leg are being down crossed. Remember I said? Remember, and here's the thing, when you walk, I forgot to come out and say this, when you naturally walk or run, when your right arm's out, this is where I meant to go with the Bigfoot thing. The point I was trying to make is when your right arm's out, your left leg's out. There's the cross, right? Like literally. So if a human being's standing here, right? You got, like his or her right side is crossing with his left leg. And like this. I'm serious. Seriously. I think this could be like a big deal. Anyway, so here we go. So watch, like in action. And what I think you should do is when you're going... By the way, remember the Bonham engine, when I originally called it the Bonham engine, this Bonham did this kind of thing, holding one leg in or one, not really doing so much with one right hand. In so much stuff in Dazed and Confused and live renditions of Moby Dick and all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? Thing. But anyway, so back to consumers, back to Mr. and Mrs. Housewife, domesticated people, husband, wife, husband, house husband, whatever. Get one of these somewhere in your house. It relieves stress. It lubricates the right and left hemisphere. Your amygdala is doing a backstroke in a bath of serotonin and stuff. So I'm telling you, so this is the thing. We need Oprah or Dr. Phil or somebody to say, you know what I've been doing, everybody? I'm serious. If they like endorse something, I think this is a fad, which seems fantastic and kind of stupid by somebody like, oh, seriously, but might be like, whoa. It could work. I'm serious. You know what? I'm not kidding. So everybody who's a fan, who has a drummer and stuff, like people who like to watch my band, just go down and give this a whirl. Like at first you might have a problem. You might have to muscle your way into, but I remember I said a great place to start it is just start with your hands as if you're going hand to hand like in a triplet. One and one. But just then give your right foot a break. Here it is. Put it over there. Oh. You know what I mean? The left foot. Because the reason why we're going to isolate the left foot to bring it in, your right arm in this particular thing will begin on the one. It's just how we're doing it right now. Okay? We're making this the one. So, right hand, left foot. Even though this looks, my left foot's activating that. Same. And then the left's just left hand's filling in the blanks. You might slip it like, well, this is hard. Then suddenly you might find it easier if you just go a little faster. Just do that for a while. You got to lubricate all those things, all those synapse little wire thingies in your brains have to get lubricated, like well greased and communicative. So after a while, you're like. Then what I want you to do is just start going back and forth with your feet. You might, at first it'll be like this, but after a while you'll kind of be like, and you might after a while, like it is sometimes harder if you're not used to it to go back and forth with the feet. Like I don't do double bass well. Like people are like, I don't do that well, but it doesn't matter in this because you're literally just sending one pulse back and forth. That's all that's required. Okay? Remember we're calling that the one, the primary. Dun, 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 okay? So you hit at the same time here. Of course, automatically, this is alternating with the right. Your upright and low right are alternating. Just like my right arm and my left arm are alternating. And my left arm and my left leg are alternating. And then my feet are. Seriously, I'm telling you, let's be in cahoots. Drum and cymbal companies, contact me. Let's get a whole thing together. We'll sell all kinds of drum and music product. We'll keep rock and roll alive with drums. Get everybody healthy at the same time. Get rid of a lot of all kinds of maladies and stuff with this thing. Thank you for watching. More videos on the way. I'm very shortly going to start working. I know I've been saying this for 6 years now. My next album of songs. Okay, so please subscribe if you haven't. Don't forget about Bonzology with George Flutist. Check it out, Bonzology, and please subscribe here too. Subscribe to our channel there, but also right here, this Bonzoleum. Thank you.